From the time I was very little, if not for the entirety of my life, I have felt this obsession, this fascination, this internal pull, this idea of discovering the greatest female vocalist of all time, like the creatures and myths of lore, the siren out at sea, pulling sailors into their doom like the nymphs of the forest, beckoning you into their dark woods. I, too, found myself answering the call, as senseless and moronic as it might be. I found myself answering the call to seek them out, to look for them, to go searching. And I have spent years and years trying to discover the greatest of all time. Like an archaeologist of old, digging out, thinking they may have found the grand discovery, or a little unearthing here, a little unearthing there, or something in the dirt, shiny thing in the water. And time again, it may have been good, but always a bit of a letdown. Until this day, like a bolt of lightning, striking the ground before me, knocking me flat onto my back, and as I lifted forward to look, I saw down in the dirt there this face of Miss Maffra, and I, like the archaeologists of old, stood aghast, looking at what I had uncovered, not knowing the depths, and so as I dusted away, I was met by this blast of sound, like a shrill shriek, scraping across the surface of the earth, splitting it apart, going straight down to the depths of hell. The emotional outburst that I felt listening to this here was unlike any other, and I thought at long last my search for the greatest female vocalist of all time had ended. Now, is that the case? Well, I'm going to stop yapping here. Let's fire up the song here. This is Miss Maffra. Bring Me the Horizon cover, Doomed.
Cut off my wings and come lock me up. Just pull the plug, yeah, I've had enough. Tear me to pieces, sell me for parts. You're all vampires, so here you can have my heart. You can have my heart. You can have my heart. The walls of hero, a room of ghosts. No hand of movement, no sign of pulse. Only an echo, just getting bored. They kick the chair, but we uptie the room. You can have my heart. You can have my heart. So come rain on my parade, 'cause I wanna feel it. Come shove me over the edge, 'cause my head is in overdrive. I'm sorry, but it's too late, and it's not worth saving. So come rain on my parade. I think we're doomed. I think we're doomed, and now there's no way back.
Good Lord, now blown away was an understatement when I heard this, and trust me, by now I have listened to it at least 100 times, and it is no less potent for me each outing on it, each time it greets my ears. She starts out with that smooth, sirenic sounds, pulling you, ushering you forward, and then hits you with that earth-splitting shouts and screams in there. It's a thing of beauty. I love the combination of the two here. A lot to have that screech or the scream, the grungy, hardcore metal type with a real throaty attack. But what I find really sells it is the dichotomy between the two. It gives you the light and the dark here. You don't just have the one guttural sound. This highlights the passion, the struggle between the two here. It pulls you in. The beat. The crash.
So come rain on my parade, 'cause I wanna feel it. Come shove me over the edge, 'cause my head is in overdrive. I'm sorry, but it's too late, and it's not worth saving. So come rain on my parade.
Good heavens now. She sings with such a burst of emotion, the intensity of it here. I can just visualize those sound waves blasting out into the world, just destroying everything in their path until they land in my eardrums when I am met with an unfathomable pleasure for having experienced that. Now, there is something called aesthetic chills, which is where somebody hears a song, some kind of art piece, and they get a physical reaction to it, the goosebumps in there, the swelling of emotions, the exhilaration that happens in the body just by hearing the sound. It enraptures the mind, it inspires, it motivates, it does something to the brain. It was almost indescribable. And here I've felt this time and time again. I'm going to play it through now. Good God, the gothic appeal, wondrous.
You must have made some kind of mistake. I asked for death, but instead I'm awake. The devil told me no room for cheats. I thought I'd sold my soul, but he kept the receipt. You can have my heart. So leave a light on. I'm coming home. It's getting darker, but I'll carry on. The sun will shine, but it never did. And when it rains, it fucking pours, but I think I like it. And you know that I'm
God, that there. One of the greatest parts, I love the emotional outburst again. That fit of fury. I think I like it.
So leave a light on. I'm coming home. It's getting darker, but I'll carry on. The sun will shine, but it never did. And when it rains, it fucking pours, but I think I like it. And you know that I'm in love with the mess. I think I like it. So come rain on my parade, 'cause I wanna feel it. Come
You
shove
feel
me
that from the soul.
So come rain on my parade, 'cause I wanna feel it. Come shove me over the edge, 'cause my head is in overdrive. I'm sorry, but it's too late, and it's not worth saving. So come rain on my parade. I think we're doomed. I think we're doomed. Now there's no way back. I think we're doomed. I think we're doomed. Now there's no way back.
God almighty, I love that note there, the I'm sorry. Almost has a little bit of Jared Leto-esque vibe to it. God, from what I can tell, she does not hit that sound any other part of the song here. What is that noise? You don't get that kind of passion by having lived a peaceful life, having a mind at ease, a serene pool that only comes from the crashing of thunderous waves here out at stormy sea. It only happens when you may call it unfortunate, but it results in some of the grandest beauty that the world could ever imagine. That turbulent life collides, and you can just see it upon the face of her.
I'm sorry, but it's too late.
God.
And it's not worth saving. So come rain on my parade.
You don't get that. You don't get that out of peaceful natures on there. It is that mind divided against itself here, trying to survive, facing the darkness that now expels out. Good God, it's a wonder to behold. And that takes me to a little more in-depth here on the Mafra. This goes a little away from the music itself and more into the sappy, inspirational part of the video here. Well, if you look past at this gal, Mafra, I believe some of her videos and things have been taken down since that explosion of popularity here, but we go back and listen to just some of her older songs here she had posted. This one, 2024.
Come close. Let me show you everything I know. Jungle sleigh, spinning round my head and I was there.
Good singing on there. Now we look at another one here.
On my ridge, on a mountain.
None of the gothic aesthetic there, but the same backlight.
I'm a dagger and a shield.
So you hear that sound, and none of it is really all that exceptional. You can tell that she's a good singer on there, but you hear that and you've heard it hundreds of times from other singers on there. So we have to say, what is it about? What is it about her latest song, the covers here, the screeching, the screaming, that really elevated her to the position she stands in now of this viral wave, this sonic sound explosion that spread across?
I got everything I wanted.
When she has been making this music for many years now and seen not really any grand success, or maybe not even minor success from what I can tell. And that brings you to the point here that she loved the music. She loved the creation of this, but it wasn't working out. So she found herself a square, trying to fit into a circle or triangle opening. She kept jamming that stuff in, thinking it might fit. And she just was never a triangle or a circle to begin with. She was a square, a shrieking square. And she finally found the right hole to put it in. I know so many of us are guilty of trying to put things in the wrong hole. Lord knows I've made the mistake a few times. But that's for another story on another site. Now we're talking about Miss Mafra here. So she had to try the different iterations. And what that means to me is that she explored, she experimented. Where things were not working before, she did not sit idly by and keep trying to jam in the wrong shape through the wrong door. So for all of you out there with a talent or an ability or a goal or an idea, just remember now, you might be this gal here, singing these songs. Good. While good, you are not applying yourself in the proper direction of what you could be, what could make you exceptional. So I want you to experiment to find out what shape you are and where you fit. Because an explosion like Miss Maffra's here is always waiting on the other side of that door. Should you find the right shape, should you ever keep testing and experimenting and finally discover what it is that you are, and then we get this brought into the world.
I think we're through. Know that I'm in line with the mess. I think I like the sun don't shine bright. It never did. And when it rains, it fucking pours. But I think I like it.
The beautiful, that's, to me, is the most wonderful part of the story here. The most memorable is not just the music that she has produced on the song, the voice that has captured the minds of so many, but it is the story wrapped up behind it, where she came from. And now it just adds the tonnage of beauty behind it, knowing this is the place where it came from. This is where it had been going. It only adds to the story of the facial expressions here. It only adds to every note she hits.
Told me no room for cheats. I thought I'd sold my soul, but he could never see.
Heavens now, and it all makes sense when you piece it together. How she could produce something like this. It only came from that turbulent nature early on. The letdowns, the nights of hopelessness that she endured in order to produce this sound with such emotion. That's something to remember out there, that you may find yourself in a difficult spot. You might be traversing challenges. You might be having all sorts of problems going, all sorts of obstacles that you feel insurmountable. And really, you might just be looking for that shape, for that right door to place yourself in. So that's what I have to say on the Maffra ordeal here. By far my favorite song I've ever heard on there. The vocals astounding. But beyond that, I think she has a wonderful story to tell, and many more grand things in the future I would anticipate await her. And I can't wait for my ears to be greeted by what she might come up with. So for now, boys and gals, Ghost Miss Past here. I want to be taking a little break as always. Ta-ta.